Mindscreed. We're here.
Strike while the iron is hot. I suppose that means like strike while the iron is hot. So like, you know, like you should capitalize on something before like the window closes on it. So like you should act on something before it's too late.
I know that's in one of Bob Marley's lyrics, you know.
Definitely. I was just about to say that.
Strike the iron while the iron is hot. What I take from that is, you know, Lil Pump.
Nope.
Don't
I know who
talk
it is,
shit.
but
Not like that, of course. Like, you see him dissing J. Cole. I see J. Cole.
Him dissing J. Cole?
Yeah, it's some crap, yeah. Let's say J. Cole is the iron that's hot. So he's striking him whilst he's hot to try get that clout. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
he's
shit.
trying to diss him.
Yeah, that's a way to look at it.
Just like X disses Drake. He strikes that iron whilst it's hot to get the clout. That's what comes to mind anyway.
Oh, that's interesting. It's an interesting way to look at it. Strike while the iron is hot.
I'd say you're struck while the iron is hot, yeah. I'd say you'll get, it's like if you got an enemy, get revenge before he forgets about it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Bruh, that's some Sun Tzu.
Trust
Out
me.
of war type shit right there.
Trust me.
I was like, strike the enemy before they
Forgets about it.
review.
That's why they say, yo.
Shit.
That's why they say, yo, what is it? Revenge, best cut, serve cold. That's when they forgot about it.
Alright. A word is enough to the wise. A word is enough to the wise.
Yeah, that's easy, man.
Wait, what do you think?
My perception on that would be someone who's wise is going to take a lot of clarity from what someone says to him. So if he says, you know what I mean? If he says something to you, a wise person is going to take a lot from their words, not from his actions. You know what I mean? Carries a lot. Words carry a lot to a person who knows about words. Someone who's immature and blind to words and knows what weight words don't carry. It's not gonna bother them. Immature people are gonna be like, yeah, so what? You said you come into my mom's house, so. Whereas a person who's wise says you come into my mom's house, nah, man. I'm gonna nip this in the bud before it gets to that. Let's go talk.
Oh, and then go back to a stitch in time saves 9. That's basically what that means.
That's the same, really. Yeah, that's the same.
Yeah,
It's a different word. Roger that.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Similar to what was said. I don't know. I think you hit it on the head with that.
That's a good quote, man. I like that quote. That's the kind of quote I get tattooed on my body.
A lot of these are tattoos, like definitely.
That's a nice quote, man.
Do you want to add anything to that one, Tawonga?
A word is enough to the wise. Yeah, pretty much the same as well, innit? Like, you know, those people who are wise will listen from the word itself and not like. Because most people learn from their mistakes, innit? So instead of like having to go through that process, you actually take the initial warning and avoid that process.
Right.
That 9 in it, that stitch in time and all that. But yeah, I don't really have much to add to that.
It's recollection.
Let's do the next one.
Come sit closer, because this is where the mic is. I don't know if like the audience can hear you.
Okay, so the next one is a word spoken is past recalling.
Wow, it's a tough one.
A word spoken is past recalling.
That just means something you say It's gonna come and bite you in the bum, basically, and it. Don't say stuff you're gonna regret in a couple of years. You know what I mean?
Karma.
Karma. She's a bitch, but I love her. You know what I mean?
When she comes calling, innit?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Hey, amen. But yeah, that's what my personal quote would be on that. You know what I mean? So when someone says something and then 2 years down the line it comes back and that person says, well, you said this 2 years ago, you mean about weed, the gateway drug? 2 years down the line, now you smoke weed? You know what I mean?
A word spoken is a passive calling. I'm trying to like add some other stuff to this, so it's not just him talking all this. You know what I mean?
I'm a very wise guy, man. I'm 27 and I feel like I'm 47. I've been through a lot of mad stuff in my years. Billy, you know what's what. Obviously, but still, you have to come back down to earth and reality and realise what you got to deal with life and what life's about to get along with it. And a lot of that comes from Billy. Billy's a master mentor.
Oh, okay, what do you want?
Guru of the mind.
What do you want?
I don't know.
What do you
I
want?
don't know. I got some money coming. We might need some hours on the ink. We might need some hours on the ink soon.
Always disposes a free gift. He's giving me them free gifts now. I'm like, what's going on? What you want?
Nothing like that. Nothing like that, man. We just come round, man. We break bread. We're all the same. You know what I mean? We all love 420.
I'm gonna have to get you one as a guest, like a proper one.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you're alright. What was we saying?
Off track.
You were trying to add something to it.
Yeah. Okay. Don't speak words you wouldn't be willing to eat yourself. Don't give words unto other you wouldn't wish to call yourself. Something like that. I don't know. To what you're saying, TK?
Yeah, I'm thinking like maybe it's to do with like regret as well.
Yeah.
Like.
Comes around. Like.
Yeah. So it's like attached to that karma as well. Like, don't say something.
We just said
and then like. No, if you say something and then say it's time for something to happen and say you don't do it, then that's you not,
that's denial.
Not sticking to your word. Kind of, like, you know what I mean? Like.
That's like don't practice what you preach, innit?
Yeah. That's a good word to say it, right?
I know we're only human, and like a few of us have done it, and probably like still to this day not stick to our words, but once you start sticking to your words, that's something that's a big level, because you're not lying to yourself, and I feel like it's a good thing to be a man of your word or no words at all, because it builds your reputation up with yourself, which is the most important, but then with others as well.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think it's just big. It's just big to stick to your words, like, because otherwise people are gonna be like, oh yeah, he's saying this again. He ain't gonna stick to the words he says and all that kind of stuff, and then people just aren't gonna think you're reliable.
Like not trustworthy and stuff, yeah.
That watch.
Okay.
Clicking. Yeah. Is it my turn or yours?
Yeah, it's your go.
Alright. You can't run with the hare and hunt with the hounds.
I thought we did that. Didn't we do that one?
I don't think so. I don't think I wrote it twice. Maybe because I might have uploaded it on the Instagram. You can't run with the hare and hunt with the hounds. There's no half crooks. That's what.
Ain't no such thing as halfway crooks.
Yeah, that's what I get from that. What do you get?
You can't run with the hare and hunt with the hood. Yeah, so you can't be like you have to stick to one mode of being. It can't be two things at once. That's all I can think about as well. Pretty much what you just said. Like,
yeah, why though?
He's gonna come and
why can't you be both?
Eventually, he's gonna come and collide. Eventually, them two different personalities are gonna meet, and that's when like bang happens. I mean,
So it's like an undercover Fed
kinda.
or something like that.
Yeah. For 2 years, and then he has to come out of cover. But all of these people that he's met, all the stuff that he's done, they can't believe it. These guys had drugs in front of them, slept with women in front of them in their houses, but now he's telling them he's a cop. What? There you go. That's like being in a crew, being in a gang, and then being around one area with someone who's a cousin of the other gang. Straight away, you can't grow your hair and run with the wolves, as you say, like you say. It's the same thing, isn't it? That's could mean that part of it, innit? You can't pretend to be one person and then cause you're in a different place, be a different person.
Oh yeah.
You are, no matter what place you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know?
Even in like, just like you can't be like, say, like, I'm thinking like in terms of like everyday life, since we're not all,
Yeah, but you see, like, Jungle Book.
gangsters.
You see, like, Jungle Book. You know the story of that line, Jungle Book, yeah?
Right.
Yeah, with a little boy, and first off, he starts with the wolves, yeah? So he grows, so you might as well say he's got his hair, because he's with the wolves. But after that, he has to go back to the man village, innit? So the man, so now he's got his hair, but don't want to run with the wolves. You know what I mean? So it's like now he's got to pretend to be something he's not. He grew up with the wolves. The wolves brought him up. The wolves is what he is. And now he goes back to the man village, and he's not a wolf no more. But he's still got the hair, personality, thoughts of the wolf, what the wolf taught him. Same thing. You could take it out of the Jungle Book theory and put it into foster care people, for people who have been in care. They go with one family who's rich from Sutton Coldfield. Daddy, want to go park every day and have lollipops. 2 weeks later, they don't get along, they end up back in care. Another 3 months later, they end up in Aston, around people that are smoking drugs, arguments, shootings. It's a different thing, you know what I mean? You're trying to be something you're not, but you really don't know what you are.
Dropping them gems, Jesus.
Jesus, Yeah, man, can't do something
real talk.
like that.
Real talk.
Yeah, I thought we weren't gonna go deep. What happened, man?
Yeah, if it happens, it happens, and that's life.
That's me explaining what that kind of quote opens when use man have your perception on it. My perception, you say a thing, I get a pictures in my head. It might as well be at Star City, watching it in a lounge in a nice private suite, because it's like a video game happening in my head. You say a certain thing, you picture something, don't you? And that's what I picture.
Nice. Who's taking camera shots, man? Okay. Shit. I guess we should move on to the next one.
Ding ding.
Yeah, trust me.
You scratched my back. What?
Ding ding.
Yeah, next one. Well, we processed that. You scratch my back and I'll scratch yours.
Oh, bravo.
Yeah.
Bravo. That's one of the master quotes. That's one of the master quotes, mate. You can't. That's like.
I help you, you help me.
That's the way it goes, isn't it?
Win-win.
But still, you don't. In a way, there's a little bit of you give to receive in that quote. Because if you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. So what? If I give you something, but I don't want my back scratching, you're still gonna scratch my back. I'm gonna be like, get off me, man.
Exactly.
Don't touch me, man.
Yeah.
I give it because
they feel like they owe you something.
Yeah. That's it. That's true. That it's like what's it called when a policeman says to you, do you want to buy some drugs? I've got it here, smoke it. It's like, yeah, but now I'm wearing a wire, you're under arrest. You get me? But that's entrapment. You're not allowed to do that because you forced it on me, so you put that will in my head. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like premeditation. That to me. You know what I mean? You scratch my back, I scratch yours, but you got a big hairy back. I got a nice smooth back. You know what I mean? I mean, like, if I scratch your back, I'm going to get in loads of trouble. But you scratch my back, I'm clean. I'm not a naughty person. You get me? What you want me to scratch your back to do? What you want to move drugs across the border? But my back's gonna be, yo, can you bring me a sheet of Rizzler? You know what I mean? You gotta watch, man. Someone scratches your back. What back you gotta scratch after? You know what I mean? You don't be scratching some big Russian back.
So only be able to, like, you should only scratch as much as you want to be scratched, innit?
Yeah,
so
man.
you're gonna do someone a favor.
Yeah.
Do them a favor enough to get what? That's like the same amount of what you did, innit?
Yeah, that's you killed it. You killed it, bro. I swear that was like ching, pure gold, mate. So you took the words out of my head there with that. You can't explain it more than that. Next round, ding ding.
Well, Billy, what do you think?
Oh, thank you, Tawonga. Thank you.
I'm scratching your back right now. I'm scratching, man.
I don't want my back scratched.
Okay, so sorry.
Yeah.
Scratch out.
Yeah.
Scratch out.
Motherfucker.
You see how the sun shine through the window then? That was just like, yeah, mate, I swear, there's vibes bubbling off in this room right now. If you're in this room now, you feel the bubbling. I swear, we're bubbling in this room, we're vibing.
What the fuck?
Yo, we're the live podcast, man. We need to get on some live shit, yo. You'd be getting fucking hundreds of views right now. We need to get on this, man. All time for the man there, man. Billy creation.
I like what you're saying.
Trust me, man. We need to get on this, man. Next quote, man. What
Yeah, so you scratch your back,
yeah, scratch your back.
but your nails may not be clean. So you might be scratching your dirty nails on a back to clean them off on another man's back that's been clean since birth.
That's true. That's good. Oh, that's a good, now. Pokey poke.
You like that?
Yeah, I like that.
Like that?
You like that what you're saying, bro? You like that too?
Well, that's the same thing that he just said.
Oh, shut up, man. I'm trying to act
Oh,
for
shit.
it.
Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, no, he
Why
didn't.
for shade? I'm on your team.
But no, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. Yeah, I get it. But that's just another way of putting it. That's like, there's many different ways of saying it, but that is kind of the similar. Dirty nails, what you bring him into, man. Is, you know what I mean? Some people don't need their back scratching, and they've got a back scratcher.
I was reading a book about that.
Yeah.
And it was about like stay in your lane sort of thing.
Yeah.
And
That's good.
it was a king or something like that. He had this like
I know exactly what you're saying.
this bed quilt guy. That was his
Yeah.
job in it, to put a quilt on him as the king sleeps.
Yeah.
But he forgot to do it. So the guy who puts the king's shoes on, he did it instead.
Yeah.
He woke up and said, "Who put my quilt on me?" And then the servant said, "Oh, the shoe guy." And then he says, "Get the shoe guy." Got the shoe guy. He put me in prison for 10 years. He said, "Get the quilt guy." He got the quilt. Got the quilt guy. Took his head off. Killed him.
Fucking no. That's bad. Yo, that's a mad one, man. Answer that. Riddle me that. Go on, riddle me that. What do you think was in that king's head when he made that decision? Riddle me that.
You'd have to watch the next podcast to
coming soon.
get the riddle of
Coming
that.
soon, yeah, man. Watch up, man. We need 1 million views. We need 1 million views, man. We need to get on this shit. Yeah, post production, Billy Birch. What's your boy's name? Yeah. Don't wrong that. Yeah, man. All time, all the man. Then we're gonna be big right now. Soon, come watch. I ain't even started this yet.
Oh shit! They're ready, man. They're ready.
Yeah, man. As long as we're ready.
Anyway,
Next
Yeah.
one. Oh, it's me.
Billy, read the next one.
When in Rome, do as the Romans do.
Oh,
Do as the Romans do when in Rome.
but yeah. Just quickly. Yeah. Does any of you guys watch Plebs?
No.
On ITV too.
Yeah, I was just minding.
Yeah. Did you get that picture too, brother? Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you got that. You watched that too, and that's just took the words out of my head. My mum's in the kennel, and he says, "Well, I ate my food out of a bowl last night." And he says, "Why'd you do that?" He's like, "Well, when in Rome, when in Rome." You know what I mean, bro?
Yeah.
Oh, ding ding, mate, ding ding. I love it.
We need one of those thinking bowels.
And we need a ding dinger. We need a ding dinger for life. Yeah, you want me to talk this?
Respect. So when in Rome, do as the Romans do.
Yeah, basically, live like a fucking madman.
So what do you get from that, Tawonga?
and get a
Is it
sore
like,
head and hangover.
no, c'est la vie, innit?
What's that mean?
C'est la vie, man.
What's that?
Yo, come on, man.
Uh,
Oh my
you know
God.
what that means.
No.
Everyone knows what that means.
Everyone knows. I don't even know what it properly means, but I knew when you say c'est la vie, it means like, yo, basically, I'm
Yeah.
let's go party. You could be partying. C'est la vie means like, it means like, yo,
Let's get it.
yeah, let's go. I don't even know what it really means, but I know when they say that, it means it's game on.
Oh.
It's like,
No,
you know-
I think it means it's life.
yeah, I
That's
mean,
life
like,
or
yeah, that's
something
it,
like
yeah, that's it, man. It's like c'est la vie,
Yeah.
man. It's the way it goes, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
c'est la vie.
I've heard it, yeah, I've heard it a lot, man.
Isn't it a tune? So it's on a tune.
Yeah, there's loads of people, loads of people say that, bro, in tune. Loads of people. I'm going Tyler. Yo, right now, what time is it? Yeah, it's like what? 1:15. I'm going for a break.
Of course.
Right. So what did we
But yeah,
what did we get from that?
so say that it's like the same as, it's kind of the same as the Romans do, innit? So it's like,
What the fuck was that? You just headbutt something. What the hell? What did you do?
okay,
Peter Griffin style. Ah.
Anyway, yeah, it just means like, you know, let go, be free.
So
What
when
the Romans do, innit?
when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Let go and be free.
Yeah, that's what I get from it.
You know what comes to
Okay.
mind for me? A con artist.
A con artist.
Yeah.
How's that?
Because like if he was a foreigner, yeah, or a con artist, he's gonna try, or even a sociopath, or anything like that. He's gonna try to act like them people. You get what I'm saying?
When in Rome, do as the Romans do. When in Ibiza, do as the party goers do.
So
When you're in like, so what do you mean by that? So like,
So he pretend to be them. If the Romans were Catholic, he'd be like, yeah, I'm Catholic. If the Romans were Muslim, he'd be like, yeah, I'm Muslim.
oh, so it's like conforming to what other people are doing.
What the collective of Rome do, but he could be like pretending to be like them, but he doesn't think like them.
Yeah, because he's not them, is it?
I don't know. I don't know what else to see from it. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. If you I get this. If you step out and you start acting like Jesus, that's what happens to you. You get crucified. You're not doing what the Romans do. You get it though.
Man's got infectious laugh.
I know, innit? That laugh is the one.
It's infectious, mate. Makes you bubble.
It's a good laugh. But you see where I'm coming from. Maybe.
Yeah, I get it, because like he wouldn't conform to the Romans.
Yeah.
And stuff, innit?
So
he stood up, and because he stood up, he didn't do as the Romans do, so they crucified him.
which in a way was treating Caesar as a Jesus figure, innit?
Wow.
Would you say that, or did they not like him like that? Was he?
I don't know about
I don't know, man. I think them. It was what
Was he loved or hate?
I don't know, man. But now they're talking about alien theory, man. I think God was like someone who come from the sky people. So there's only one explanation for people who
What the
come from
fuck
sky.
have you been smoking?
Nothing, man. I've been watching some mad stuff, man. You think I'm joking? You see like King Pakar. You know King Pakar?
Nah.
No. Research it. Put it in Google. Look at King Pakar. Yeah. Look at his tombs picture. My man's blatantly riding something. If you turn it upwards and face it the sky, my man's in a rocket ship, and this guy was meant to be like the same kind of person, a Jesus figure. Obviously, where's Jesus?
Oh.
Where's God? Where do you look? Where does God come from? Where's
Sky.
the sky? Yeah? Me and you both know there's nothing up there, mate, apart from fucking space. Innit?
Shit.
That's the way it goes, innit? But this is what they're saying now, innit? They're saying that's why certain people wasn't liked, because there's a conspiracy from years ago to not what people will know, that God is God, but what if he was from a different planet, mate? What if he was an extraterrestrial? What about that? Chuck that into the works.
So like an
I mean, I
This guy here, when you're talking about when in Rome, they're talking about worship Caesar, yeah? Yeah, some people hated that guy because he spoke for the gods. Yeah, Caesar spoke for the gods, mate. He's simple, like, what he says goes with no question. His believers take belief that what he says is going to be straight from the gods. He's just like Jesus, he's the same as like the same person. He's an interpreter, he's a person who brings the message. You know what I mean? That's the same thing. Certain people believe when in Rome, live like a god. You know what I mean? You go over there, you get sun, oily body, start working out, man come wham. You know what I mean? Certain things lead from certain stuff, man. You got, you could have 3 different brains sitting there right now that could give you a half an hour, 45 minutes of just pure, one line, pure gold. Because they're just going to start talking about what they predict and what they see when you say these comments and these quotes. You know what I mean? Every brain opens up a picture, man, and the pictures lead to voices, and voices lead to happening. Happening leads to... You know what I mean? Happening leads to drama. happening leads to life. Next, ding ding.
What have you been smoking?
No, I ain't gonna smoke. Look at my eyes. I take my glasses off too, man.
Alright, next one. Is that's your one, Tawonga?
yeah, it's a bit I think there's a bump on my forehead, you know.
What did you do?
No, because like my key has like a fob, this heavy thing, like, you know, where so you can hang it on like your belt or something. But it's like heavy, so, and I can like spin it around because it's attached to like a line in it. I was like doing like a yo-yo, and then it just hit me on the forehead. Anyways,
That's not
right. So listen to discipline and become wise, and never neglect it.
Wow, that's a good one.
Trust me.
I like that.
Innit?
That's a good one.
Yeah, it is. Let me do.
Can you
Wait. Let me
repeat?
repeat that. I'm gonna do 10 push-ups.
Yeah, go on.
Listen
Say,
to that discipline.
yeah, go on. Say it again. Ready now? Go on. Yeah, he's ready now. You wanna say that?
Listen to discipline
Yeah.
and become wise, and never neglect it.
Wow. Wow.
So,
Wow.
it's a deep one. It's a deep one.
That come like a speech from Gandhi, bro. That touched me. That did, bro. I'm not joking.
I know, it touched me. That's why I
for
wrote
real,
it
bro.
down.
For real, bro. You got a good speech voice. You know that, innit?
Ooh, TK.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I know. Trust me.
You got a good speech voice, bro. Yeah, that's good, man. That opens up. That opens up a lot, man. Whoa. You ready to get started on that one? But that's a big one.
Trust me. Do a whole podcast.
Yo,
on
I'm
that
telling you, that thing, then get comfortable. Woo!
Gotta get some popcorn and
Yeah,
cup
yeah,
of
Yeah, that's the thing, innit? Like with this one as well, like it's saying as well, like don't get comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Like you should always like the part where it says never neglect it.
That's true.
Like so, it's something that you have to like keep building on. Like you have to like keep practicing it,
Yeah.
and that's what discipline is, isn't it? Like if you listen to your practice, you will become wise, or at least it's gonna help you.
You know what?
Become wise.
That quote there, that quote there. You know what? It's a big thing to say, but that quote there, even though that's like probably the first time I ever heard it, yeah. That there, like, yeah, I probably live my life by that. Yeah, I do like 400 press-ups a day, guaranteed perfectly. You know what I mean? Every day I go and make sure I do 20 minutes jogging every day. I try to fit in, but that's it. That's where. But that it weren't like that. It started off 30 press-ups, 40 press-ups. That's where the discipline comes. But you see, like, yo, if I do 420 for 3 days in a row, no press-ups getting done, bro. No jogging's getting done, bro. So then that's where you don't slack off. That's the second part of it. You know what I mean? But then that's when you realise, and I look in the mirror and I feel like, I feel like I lost 2 pounds today. And then I'd start doing more press ups again, and then bam, it's like, the discipline will show you. It will give you, it will show you your progress. But the second you the second you start lacking in discipline, it'll bite you. In ways you couldn't imagine. You know what I mean?
Jeez.
That's what it is, man. Stick to the discipline, and you'll be okay. Overdo it or underdo it, and bam, it will bite you. Too much discipline. Too much discipline. People don't like too much discipline. You know, you're not an army sergeant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Too less discipline. It's like, you're a weed stoner. You're a guy who believes in hippie peace, man. And someone just punched you in your face and took your phone, and you're still saying peace. Yeah, phone the police, let alone peace.
That's actually a good point, and it's gonna lead into what we're also gonna talk about later on, like masculinity and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like what you're saying, man. Yeah, you have to build it up, and
that's a good saying, man. I like that.
It is. That's
it's a practice.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a practice for real. It's a practice, that you shouldn't preach, because you go back like 6 different quotes to the first one that we started on. Ding ding. Ding. What's your quote? What's your quote on that?
What?
On what Tawonga just said?
Oh, what on this one? What we're reading?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. There's a big fine balance there, and we went back from what was that other quote? A word spoken. A word spoken past recalling. It's like an action spoken. Sort of thing. You switch that from a word to action, and
Oh shit! Yeah, so like an action performed.
And what? Let's get. You're a dickhead. What the fuck? You're like.
What is going on?
Do yours. You start speaking.
I'm just having like a bad breakdown right now.
Yeah, just stick to it, innit? Don't go too. That's true. Trust me, it's true what he said. Don't too much discipline could kill a man early.
Yeah, for real.
And I was struggling with that myself the past few days. Like my mind be working, and I'm like, Billy, go on, work. But it's not like that. You know, sometimes you need 1 foot in the present moment and then 1 foot in the future.
Yeah, man.
But you gotta have that middle foot that's in the middle,
Yeah.
Touching the
the line.
Touching the floor, so it balances it, and you get that line there. So
it's kind of like a third leg.
It is a third leg.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
So you just move with the third leg, innit? You gotta move with the third leg, but you gotta bring the brain along with it though.
Yeah, that's true. Because you think with your third leg you get in trouble.
Yeah, you're dead.
Dead.
Yeah.
Ding ding.
Ding ding. Next round. Ding ding.
Is it me or?
No, it's you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's you.
It's you.
All right. He who is afraid of asking is ashamed of learning.
Wow, that's good.
When you put Proverbs 8:53, is that from the Bible?
I don't know. I just wrote it from off Google. It could be.
And sounds like it.
That one, was from the Listen to Discipline, and that one was,
From the same quote, look.
That was the proverb one.
So what's your quote on that? Tawonga?
Actually, it just reminded me of another verse from the Bible as well. Like, knock and... How's it go? I'm going to butcher this. Something, okay, so knock and the door shall be open. Ask and you shall receive.
Yeah.
So, in the same sense, it's like, he who is afraid of asking is ashamed of learning. So
where does if you don't ask, you don't get come into this? Where does that stand? If you don't ask, you don't get.
Yeah.
That's
so how are you gonna learn? How are you gonna learn if you have nothing to learn from?
That's true.
I think people are afraid of asking because not only are they ashamed of learning, but maybe they don't want to learn.
Yeah, but I'm afraid. Yeah, no. I'll tell you straight. I'm afraid, if I'm afraid to ask you about something like. I tell you, I can roll a mean joint. I can roll a real mean joint, bro. I swear down. So I ain't gonna ask you, how'd you do that, Roach? How'd you get it so full? How do you get the blend so perfect to make it smoke and not sideburn? But if we're talking about astrophysics or kinetic theory, where you're blowing things up with a microball that's 300 grams size, and it's blowing a house and it weighs 300 grams, you understand me? That I'm afraid to ask about that because I don't know what you're telling me. Yeah? You know what I mean? Some people are afraid to ask of what they don't know.
So some things you shouldn't know. Is that what you're saying?
No, you should know everything possibly that you could learn and know. Yeah, you want to know, don't you?
Question everything, but it's just a basic of a man or a woman feeling inferior or insecure, or their pride or ego is in the way.
Yeah, that's true. It's like when I says to you, yo, that needle hurts when it goes in and out my skin. You says to me, yo, it goes in and out, what, 3,000 times a minute? Close to that. Yeah, that's what I mean. So it's like, yo, I didn't ask because I didn't want to, but I wouldn't have asked you that. I wouldn't have known it, would I? But the only reason I asked you is because I'm in pain at the time. Like, yo, how many times is that hitting my skin? You understand me? Some people don't want to know. You know what I mean? If you don't ask, you don't learn. But if you don't want to learn, you ain't going to know anyhow. It's like, yo, I went to school. When you was in school, right, you learn French. Now, I did not. I know je m'appelle un, deux, trois. You know what I mean? That means, yo, je m'appelle Joshua, my name is Joshua. That's all that means. But you see, like my Asian friends, that was in school because it was in that environment of the teacher trying to teach me. I didn't learn jack. But you see, when I come home and I'm living in Aston and I'm around all my Bengali friends and all my Asian friends, I know more Bengali and that than I do French because it was my friends telling me, so I took it in. You understand me? Because they're teaching me. They're telling me you remember a lot more. You know what I mean? Because you're not got a teacher standing in front of you, or an adult trying to tell you you got to learn this. When it's your pal, you know what I mean? And he says, yo, you know what I mean? Gora, that means white man. You know what I mean? I remember a hell of a lot more. Shidi means like African man. You know what I mean? It's a lot of words. You know what I mean? Like Abba means dad. Oba means mum. You know what I mean? He's like I learned a lot more chilling around people that I know when it's your friend telling you. You take a lot more in. So some people are afraid to learn because it's that adult figure. You know what I mean? Adult. You know what I mean?
So do you think
that's a good point.
People would be more willing to learn when you've had a rapport, a sort of connection with the other person, rather than there's no connection there already?
At all. You understand? You see a big French teacher trying to tell me, je m'appelle, you've got to count to 10, da da da. I'm looking to please her, get out of that class and go and have fun with my pals. But when I'm running around in the park all day and I'm like, yo, you just spoke to your mum, how come you call her Oba and how come you call your dad Abba? And he's like, because that means mum and dad in my language. Bam, that stuck to me. I heard that when I was 12. I'm 27 now, bro. The teacher telling me to learn this, don't stick in your head. It's things like that, you know what I mean? You take a lot more from your friends, a lot more stuff that you've told me. You know what I'm saying, would wisen me up, the same as things I would say would make you think differently, the same as that. But that don't mean...
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, but that don't mean, obviously, you know what I'm saying, it's like your pals, you influenced a lot more from someone that you connect with and know, and let, you know what I mean? If you got a moody, if you got a moody boss, someone that's moody, if you work for someone and the boss is moody, it's game over, it's paired. Every time you see him, you're going to be on edge, palms are sweating, trying to finish everything he does, sentences, the lot. You know what I mean? But yeah, if you work for your pal who you know, and he comes in and says, this needs doing today, but if you do this, it's extra for you. He comes in and you've done it all, plus max.
Alright, well said. Enough said though now.
Yep.
Next one. Ding ding.
Ding ding.
Wait, okay.
We got 5 minutes left.
5 minutes, wow.
It's gone
5
quick.
minutes left.
Gone quick.
Okay, yeah. Alright, let's finish this up.
Alright, above...
Ding ding.
What? Oh.
Ding ding.
Ding ding.
Yeah, boy, you like that.
I ain't got this anyway.
Ding ding.
Above all things that you guard, safeguard your heart.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Above all things that you guard, safeguard your heart.
Wow.
Keep a clean heart. Clean heart, clean consciousness. What do you guys think?
Yeah, but everyone's conscience different, eh?
You're right. Sorry, were you about to say something?
I thought you passed out there.
No, I mean, I was about to say, yo, check 1 2.
Conked himself out with the keychain again and then knocked himself out cold.
No. But yeah, so safeguard your heart. I think that's like, because I guess like your heart is where most of these other things are gonna come from. So like you're gonna act from your heart, air quotes, heart. You're gonna speak from your heart, and if you're gonna give from your heart, innit? And it also reminds me of another quote, like, what good does I'm gonna butcher it as well. Like, it's like, what good is money if a man loses his soul, or something like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know, man. Yeah. That's a real mind melt of that one, isn't it? I mean, it could be endless amount of stuff. You could go on for you ain't got enough time for me to go on about this quote. Serious, that's a good quote.
I don't know, wear your heart on your sleeve, but don't be naive.
That's it, that's good. There you go.
Yeah, next one. Ding ding.
Ding ding.
The way of the fall is right. Oh, it's you, TK?
Oh, is this the last one?
Yeah.
1 second, I lost the picture. Okay. The way of the fool is right in his own eyes, but the wise one accepts advice.
Oh, that's
yeah. Like people can be stubborn sometimes, innit? Because like they can't see things any other way. Like they're wrong. Their vision is narrow.
Yeah.
In like this one fixed point, and they fail to see like all the other ways that you can look at something, and that's where the wise one accepts advice, because he can accept like other people's points of views or other people's way of looking at something.
Yeah. That's like someone who can't accept bad criticism. You know what I mean? It's like you're not willing to accept. It's not all bad criticism. People are not trying to bring you down. They're trying to tell you what's wrong for you to perfect it. You understand?
Yeah.
It's like one of them ones, and it's like, yo, the fool is not. He don't want a bar of it. You tell him, yo, that cement mix isn't right, bro. In 5 years, your wall's gonna fall down. Don't tell him. He knows best. Don't try shame him in front of his wife and kids. But the real wise man says, yeah, you could be right. You know what I mean? This could fall over on my kids and my wife in 5 years. So I'm gonna listen to the wise man, because the wise man would listen, and he would change his mix and have a house for 10 years. You understand?
Oh.
You know what I mean? It's one of them situations. But the only reason you know is time will tell. Because the only way the wise man's going to know that he's right is in 10 years. The only way that the non-wise man's going to know is when his house falls down in 5. But you never know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's one of them ones, you know what I mean? If you're willing to take constructive criticism, then you're willing to learn. Some people don't. What about you? What's your take on this one?
I really fucking like watermelons.
Yeah.
And pomegranates.
What
Wow.
has that got to do with the court?
Oh.
Constructive criticism, bro.
Yeah.
Polygrammic.
I'm testing his constructive criticism, because if he was a fool, he would have took offence to that.
Yeah, man.
But he's wise, and then he was like, oh.
Have you ever grew?
Exactly.
You ever tried to grow a watermelon?
I chat his shit.
Ding ding. Ding ding.
Ding ding.
Ding ding.
Well.
Good morning, Vietnam.
Good night.